of Guy's life, and along the way we're going to make some stops and we're going to ask you some questions. So you have to pay attention. There's a test after I'm finished. I'd like to start when Guy was pretty small and we lived in South Philly. And some of you who are as old as we are know that there was only about 3 cereals for sale when we were teenagers, probably shredded wheat, cornflakes, and Cheerios. And my brother and I on Saturday, like most kids when we were teenagers, would get up at dark 30 on Saturday morning and head for the playground and spend there all day. One morning I'm walking with my brother to the playground holding his hand, and he wasn't very old at the time, and he reached down and picked something up and put it in his mouth. And I said, "What are you doing?" With my mouth, open up and spit it out. He found a worm that looked like a Cheerio. So I say his favorite cereal. What's his favorite cereal? Cheerios. We heard that day. Another stop, we go along. I'd like to mention some other things. We had a pretty tough life when we were younger, so I can tell you the question is, does he understand the value of a hard day's work? Well, in the Nardo family in the summer, rather than have a vacation, I mean, you see the real McCoys and the Clampetts when they used to pile all the furniture up on a truck. Well, they used to come to our house and take the whole Nardo family out to Nicetown, New Jersey, and we would pick the whole summer. Asparagus, cantaloupe, tomatoes, and whatnot from sunrise to sunset. Maybe get something to eat and then go into the packing house to sort stuff out. So the question is, does he know a hard day's work? Because when we worked the farms in New Jersey, it was early in the morning to late evening and then working in the barn. So he knows a hard day's work. I'd like to tell you a story about two. The question is he honest? When we worked and he worked in the store that our uncle had, our grandmother at the time cherished money. And she would have a tendency to wrap money in bundles in butcher paper and tie it in strings and hang it in the basement on some of the rafters. Well, do you think Guy found money often when he was there? The question is yes.
Every time.
If you think the answer to the question, is he honest? Yes. What did he do with the money? He gave it back. So all that money that he revealed, it was hidden there. The next question I'd ask you, we didn't have boar's head lunch meat when we grew up. But working in this store, our aunt and uncle were so cheap they gave us minimum wages, and there was a lunch meat that was available when we were teenagers that was really a combination of all the leftovers, and it was called Good to Geen. I don't think you probably know what it is. But it was the cheapest lunch meat available, and when it worked on Saturday and you had to have lunch, that was what was given to us. So he asked Guy, what's the one you hate the most? It's probably Good to Geen, and he'll tell you, because that was his famous lunch meat sandwich that he had. I'd like to tell my brother too, the question would be, why are we all here? And I'll answer the question because we all love you, and we're happy birthday, 7th birthday to my brother Guy.
Yes.